My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Hearthstone Ranked, where we are currently playing our Control Freak Control Warrior in rank 12. So if any pattern wants to hold, I won 3 matches last episode out of the 3 matches we played, so now we've got to lose 3 matches this episode. Usually that's how it tends to work. I found it happens like 3 times that's happened to me. I win 3 matches in the first episode I record on a certain day and then I lose the next 3. The first 3 were all aggressive matchups as well. So our tech cards like Cleave really helped us now. This isn't good enough. I need Death Spite. That's worse. The reason I wanted Death Spite is because a large amount of druids tend to run Harvest Golem or Shade of Naxxramas in their 3 slot. Okay, so it's a ramp druid. It's not a mech druid. It might be like a ramp mech druid. I've never seen that before, but it might happen. It's a ramp druid, and it has a shitty opening hand because it didn't play a wild growth. Shade of Naxxramas. Dancing Swords. It's the Mill Druid. Oh no. Okay. So the point of this deck, it's either Mill Druid or the Fatigue Druid. There's a name for it. It's a very specific one as well. But the whole point of this deck is to fill your opponent's card with hands. Maybe have them burn some cards. You don't really need them to burn cards, but you just both go into Fatigue, and then you keep healing yourself. They draw further into Fatigue, and then they die. So I'm gonna start running out my hand, because if my opponent draws into the Cold Light Oracle, then we'll both draw 2 cards, and I'll start burning cards. Which I do not want to do. All of my cards are beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring them down. I don't have to attack because the 5-5 into the 3-5 is perfect, and then the 3-5 can clear up the Detritus. Also, this stops my opponent from, removing basically my board state with any spell that isn't Naturalize. Naturalize can still be played this turn. 1 mana, destroy a minion, give your opponent 2 cards. And I think it is in this deck. Are we gonna... Yep, draw cards. Figured. Ha! Got one. So now I don't even have to use Lower Third for that. Ah, shit. Now I do. The point was going to be that I was going to Fiery War Axe this, and then I was going to run the 3-2 into the 1-2, keep my 3-1 with with Death Rattle, and then run my 5-5 in. But I can't do that anymore. So if I actually want to develop something this turn, I have to Acolyte of Pain, which means that I use the Fiery War Axe, which means that I don't have the versatility to remove the Grove Tender for free. I want to remove that Grove Tender for free. So this trades over here. Just want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. This trades over here, that goes in there, and then I hit this. I end up with a 5-5 and a 1-2. Alternatively, I hit this, that hits that, that hits that. I end up with a 5-3 and a 1-2. Yeah, no, this is correct. And out of habit, I armor up at the very end of my turn. Just so that, usually, sometimes it matters. It didn't in this case, because we didn't end up taking damage that put it below our armor cap. But basically, it's so that you make sure that you have armor rather than health, which is an activator for your, Mortal Strike in Arena, but shield block here. Could draw a card and get 3 armor. But if this is a fatigue deck, I don't want to draw cards. Okay.
the hit.
There's no reason for me to draw cards against a fatigue deck. Doesn't make sense. All I want to do is constantly build up my armor if possible. Okay, that's 2 Starfalls used. So now I don't have to worry about wide board clear. Interestingly, that would have cleared my board if I had used the Acolyte of Pain and Armorsmith. My board is cleared now, but I wouldn't have the weapon charge either. So now I can push damage with Gromma Shell Scream and Death Bite. I mean, I could, but I've got Alexstrasza next turn, so why don't I just wait it out? Wait, but then I don't want to attack. Fuck. Alright, alright. Damn it! I did that all wrong. I should have sneezed. It forces my opponent to deal with it so they can't build a board. So if I were to attack the opponent's face with Death's Bite, all it would do is it would trigger both of these. Right. It wouldn't actually help me. Yeah, my opponent is trying to draw me cards. Don't worry, I can put them in lethal hopefully before. Wrath for 1? Wrath for 1 means my opponent also draws. Yep. Lovely. Cold Light Oracle? Am I gonna start sweep?
I must safeguard.
Swibbity swibbity sweep? Yeah, my opponent doesn't want me drawing cards. Well, it doesn't want me, sorry, getting armor. Okay, so... Attack, attack... Wait, but I want to do those later. Hang on. So if this attacks the face first, it doesn't matter, because I'm playing Alexstrasza this time. So I can draw a card first by attacking this, but I'm actually at 10 cards, so we'll lose by doing that. We'll lose a card. Okay, so I actually have to take 1 damage on Alexstrasza, because I'm wondering, when do I use my weapon, right? I don't want it to...
What now?
Oh, shit. If I don't want to burn cards. You know what? All my key cards are in hand. I can burn as many fucking cards if I like. 1 extra damage.
Strike.
Am I even scared of that? No. No, I'm not. Okay, so here's why I'm not scared of that. Because if my opponent plays a big taunt this turn to protect themselves, right? I can hit the big taunt. Naturalize, nice. I'm gonna start burning a lot of cards. So I can hit the big taunt and I can execute, and then I can, and play the Gromma Shell Screen for 10 damage. Right? So the only thing that even temporarily saves my opponent is... Oh, great. Oh, cool, I lost my Acolyte of Pain, that's good. Without Alexstrasza, I need to just go for the face. And I also can't afford to armor up. I'm gonna be 6 turns ahead of my opponent in fatigue. I need to be killing them now. This is a really good anti-aggression, sorry, anti-control matchup. So, yeah, heals itself. Wrath for 3. I just need to summon more threats than my opponent can deal with. I also should probably pay attention to the cards that I'm losing, so that I know not to expect them in the matchup. Silence? Yeah. Makes sense. Got 8 damage so far. Can buff that a little. Sure. Oh, time rewind that. That'd be badass. Time rewind and play Sneed's Old Shredder. Unsilence it. Ooh, baby. Hey, I got Rag at least.
Drink with me, friend.
Bounce that back so she can draw us both into fatigue even further. Fine.
My hand is full.
My hand is full. So I attack this. Whirlwind! Then I... Wait, I don't want to break that yet. My opponent will actually have to cease dealing damage to my face. Okay, no, not Whirlwind. Not Time Rewind yet either. Okay. Attack face. Time Rewind. Play that again. Attack face once more. Okay. So I've got Ragnaros for very surprise 8 damage. Well, it shouldn't surprise my opponent. They haven't burnt my Ragnaros, and I've only got 2 cards left in my deck. I've been very lucky not to burn any super key cards. So we're going to start getting to fatigue, but I actually have the ability to push through with this. One problem, though, is that my opponent could still have a second Tree of Life. I've just got to hope that it's way down in the bottom 7. Swipe Reno! Give me a good legendary. That'll do. And I win. Oh, baby. It's our first match as well. Okay. Swagnaros, Fiery War Axe, attack, attack, attack. Well played!
Well played.
So this actually wasn't the Fatigue Druid, it's a Fatigue flavor of a Mill Druid. Because the Fatigue Druid is not entirely concerned with burning your cards, whereas the Mill Druid is. I mean, it's good if you can burn the cards in the Fatigue, but I don't think it runs Naturalize? Maybe? Might be the card it doesn't run? It's weird, there's one card you'd think is really key to putting someone in Fatigue and it doesn't run it. Yeah, that seemed like standard Mill. With Tree of Life for survivability in the Mill section. It went okay. Unfortunately, we're probably only going to have time for one more match in this episode. I mean, that fucking match went on for like 14 minutes. Damn it. Something like that, I'm just estimating. I'm looking at a timeline here and it just says 37 minutes. So that's last episode and this. But I don't know how last episode... don't know exactly how long that was. Oh, it's a problem. Okay, so against, I'm gonna mulligan against Mech Mage because it's worst matchup for us. That's unfortunate. I mean, we'll stay alive a little longer, but it's still unfortunate.
Job's done.
Chase is great. Good work.
I am ready.
So, worst case scenario... Oh, thank you for the cleave. That's actually gonna be really important. Worst case scenario, we get Flame Cannoned here. Best case scenario is my opponent develops a Annoyatron to defend their card. I still cleave that.
Strike.
The Snow Chugger is incredibly important to kill early, if possible, because it locks this matchup. We wouldn't be able to use our weapons. And that's about the end of the game. Oh, give me an armor thing. Nope, I can't play the Cruel Taskmaster. Give me it.
Job's
Fuck.
done.
Because this is a quick and aggressive matchup, I do need to actually use shield blocks as early as possible. So I can draw down to my more important cards for the matchup. Yeah. I'm gonna play the Sludge Belter defensively rather than dealing with the Harvest Golem, which could have been done through Fiery War Axe plus Cruel Taskmaster. Fireball, okay. Hey, we get 2 armor out of that, and that's a huge problem for our opponent to give us armor. So now my opponent's, yeah, gonna actually take the time to kill my thing. But is it too late for these intrepid heroes?
Job's done.
Not yet. So we're running a little less efficiently on cards, but it's also important to note that our opponent has a thingy in hand.
Something needs
You know what I mean, a thingy. The thing. That's gonna get polymorphed. Does this deck run polymorph? I don't think there's space in this deck for polymorph. I'm gonna play this. What do I mean by thingy?
You require my assistance.
Do. Cool task, execute. Oh shit! That's 1 fireball. And that's gonna be a, yeah. Spare parts in this deck mean that Archmage Antonidas is incredibly effective. Alright, so now we have to worry about our health much, much more than I consider ever doing beforehand. That's fine. Okay.
Work.
I had to develop a better weapon, so that's why I threw away the charge just to kill a Divine Shield. $12 damage in hand, 7 on field. We're not in a good position. Not even slightly. We have, in effect, according to our opponent, 7 health. Oh, shit. Are we dead? So that's 10 damage. So I'm on 16. And then in hand, there is a total of 12 damage. So I'm on 4. I've got Armorsmith, Acolyte, and I've got the Deathbite weapon charged. So if we can survive through the next turn, break on through to the other side, we're going to be pretty good. But up until such a moment, we're going to be fucked. Oh shit, clear the board. Fuck yes. That's no Flame Strike right there. No board clear. Alright, start throwing out the fireballs. So that's 3 fireballs we've seen so far, 2 of them generated, so there could still be 1 fireball left in the deck. Okay. Clearing this board. So that was generated after mine, so my Death Rattle's gonna go off first.
What now?
So attack, take one of the 2. Yeah. Which means I develop this first, and then I attack, take one of the 2.
race for impact.
This is all about just building as much armor as possible. Oh, fuck yes.
Let the pain speak to me. Pain speak to me.
I'm gonna fill my hand with cards, and so much armor.
Well played.
Thanks.
I still need actually to armor up at the end of the turn. Yes. Shit, someone with a souped up color out there? This is a horrible matchup for us. The fact that we're getting this far is astounding and hilarious to me. Now I can't let that attack my face. So... Shield Slam it? I'm gonna Shield Slam it because it allows me to develop the Sludge Belcher and Armor Up. Okay, so my opponent's used 1 Frostbolt, 3 Fireballs. There's 2 of those generated, so there's 1 Fireball left in the deck. That's the Fireball gone. Archmage Antonidas is gone, so the large amount of nuke potential that this deck has is gone. I don't think I care about that yet. So I'm gonna 50-50 it with Swagneros here. Oh, no I'm not.
I bring life.
Attack Whirlwind hit? No, it's too late to do that now. So my opponent needs to get Alexstrasza off the field. Oh, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. I still have Grow My Shell Screen though, so I'm pretty happy about my position. Could Whirlwind attack in order to assure the damage to the face, but I still think I need the health that I have. It's fine. I really don't think this deck runs polymorphs at all. I'm almost certain. Yeah, I'm not concerned about being hit in the face. I'm sure my opponent needs to clear Swagneros. I don't think they can, but I'm sure they need to. So I don't think I have to Rusty Horn. But then again, we're so far in the late game that maybe Rusty Horn is worth it, just in case. Oh, there is a polymorph in this deck! It was just super late to the game. You got a taunt? Well played. Swing. I could have double whirlwinded as well and then killed this first. But what if it became a taunt? Eh? Eh? I know there's not a lot of 2-mana taunts, but there are some. Excellent. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode, considering the first match went forever and a half. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. If you have, please click like. It does get me content out to new people. My name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone Arena. Hearthstone Ranked, sorry, we've been playing the Control Freak. You'll be able to find a deck list down in the description, along with playlists for Ranked, Arena, and Adventures in Hearthstone. And we'll see you next time.